What do you get when gods, dreams, and nightmares walk the earth? You get the Sandman, one of the most ambitious, poetic, and haunting fantasy shows of our time, adapted from Neil Gaiman's genre-defining graphic novel. Season 1 is a surreal ride through the world of the endless, packed with magic, trauma, and dream logic. 10 episodes plus a bonus one dropped on August 5th, 2022, and they weave a tapestry of dreams, nightmares, and cosmic drama that'll leave you hungry for more.
Kevin.
If you're new here, smash that subscribe button and grab some cookies and pancakes, and let's step into the dreaming together. Let's set the scene. The Sandman Season 1 adapts the first 2 volumes of Neil Gaiman's comic, Preludes and Nocturnes in the Doll's House. It follows Dream, aka Morpheus, voiced by the haunting Tom Sturridge.
Should I have believed him this time? Should I have forgiven him for murdering my raven? Perhaps. But in the end, I could not.
One of the endless. 7 immortal siblings who govern aspects of existence. Dream rules the dreaming, the realm where we go when we sleep. The endless are a dysfunctional family of gods. We meet Dream, the brooding artist, Death, the kind-hearted realist, Desire, the cunning schemer, and Despair, who's just super gloomy. The others pop up later. Season 1 balances epic stakes with intimate tales, introducing a world where dreams shape reality. The show kicks off in 1916, when Dream is trapped by a human occultist, Roderick Burgess, for over a century.
I give you a knife from under the hills. I give you the blood from out of my veins. I give you a song I stole from the dirt. And I give you a feather pulled from an angel's wing for you to lift up into the heavens.
Season 1 is about his escape, rebuilding his realm, and facing the consequences of his absence. It's a dark, gorgeous blend of mythology, horror, and human stories. Let's unpack Sleep of the Just. We open in a shadowy mansion in 1916, where Roderick Burgess, a wealthy occultist played by the commanding Charles Dance, is mid-ritual. His goal? To trap death and gain immortality. The scene is tense. Candles flicker, chants echo, and a circle of robed figures surrounds a glass orb. But here's the twist. They catch Dream, aka Morpheus, instead of Death. Dream's powers are stripped as Burgess locks him in that orb. Burgess steals Dream's tools, a helm that looks like a skull, a pouch of magical sand, and a ruby pulsing with energy. It's a moment of pure shock. Imagine capturing a god by mistake. For the next century, Dream is imprisoned, silent but seething. We see flashes of time passing, while Dream's absence causes chaos. People worldwide fall into a sleepy sickness, comas they can't wake from, a direct result of the dreaming falling apart. Burgess grows old, obsessed with controlling Dream, but never succeeds. By 2021, his son Alex, played by Laurie Kynaston, inherits this mess. Alex, guilt-ridden and curious, accidentally weakens the spell during a confrontation, and Dream escapes in a burst of sand and shadow. The episode ends with Dream vowing revenge, his voice a whisper of fury. It's a slow burn, but every frame builds this incredible tension. Let's unpack Imperfect Hosts. The episode opens with Dream, aka Morpheus, stepping back into the dreaming after his escape. The realm is a shadow of its former self. Castles crumble, landscapes fade, and the air feels heavy with neglect. His librarian Lucien, voiced by Vivian Achimpong with a calm authority, greets him. She's been holding the fort, cataloging dreams and nightmares, but the place is a wreck without Dream's power. He's weakened, his tools, helm, sand, ruby, still missing, and he learns that nightmares like the Corinthian have escaped into the waking world. It's a gut punch. His absence has unleashed chaos. Dream sets out to stabilize his realm, visiting the garden where Cain and Abel reside. These quirky brothers, voiced by Sanjeev Bhaskar and Asim Chaudhry, are straight out of myth. Cain, the first murderer, and Abel, his victim, who keeps resurrecting. They're caretakers of the dreaming stories, and Dream borrows their power to begin repairs. Meanwhile, we get our first real look at the Corinthian, a rogue nightmare with teeth for eyes, played with chilling charm by Boyd Holbrook. He's loose in 2021, causing havoc, and Dream senses the threat. The episode ends with Dream vowing to reclaim his tools and restore order, his resolve hardening. This plot is a roller coaster of restoration and danger. The Dreaming's decay mirrors Dream's inner struggle, while the Corinthian hints at bigger trouble. The visuals, those crumbling spires, the garden's odd charm, are breathtaking. What did you think of this chaotic return? Share your reactions below. Let's unpack Dream, A Little Dream of Me. The episode opens in modern-day London, where Dream, still weakened from his captivity, senses his sand pouch's location. This magical dust, which induces dreams, has fallen into the hands of humans, and he's determined to reclaim it. Enter Johanna Constantine, played with fierce energy by Jenna Coleman, a sharp-tongued occult detective with a haunted past. Dream tracks her down, appearing in her flat. She's reluctant but intrigued, and they strike a deal. She'll help him find the pouch if he answers some questions about her lost love. Their search leads to Rachel, a young woman played by Ella Ray Smith, who's been using the sand to escape her grief. We get a heartbreaking flashback. Rachel lost her girlfriend to a car accident, and the sand lets her relive those moments. It's a raw, emotional beat showing the pouch's power to heal or harm. Johanna and Dream confront Rachel, but the sand's overuse takes its toll. Rachel overdoses, dying in a dreamlike haze. Dream reclaims his pouch, showing a flicker of compassion, while Johanna is left to mourn another loss. The episode ends with Dream vanishing, his mission complete but the human cost weighing on him. Let's unpack A Hope in Hell. The episode begins with Dream, still weakened but resolute, setting his sights on Hell to reclaim his helm stolen during his captivity. This isn't a physical brawl. It's a journey into a realm of fire and despair, ruled by Lucifer Morningstar. Voiced with chilling majesty by Gwendolyn Christie. Dream crosses into Hell, a landscape of towering spires and tormented souls, and demands an audience. Lucifer, flanked by demons, agrees, intrigued by this bold intruder. The confrontation is a masterpiece. Dream challenges Lucifer to a duel, but not with swords. Viewed, it's a battle of words and will, steeped in poetic defiance. Lucifer, with that commanding presence, tests Dream's resolve, while demons like Etrigan, voiced by John Rhys-Davies, add a layer of menace. Dream outsmarts them, using his intellect to claim his helm, but not without cost. He earns Lucifer's eternal enmity. The episode ends with Dream returning to the dreaming, helm in hand, his power growing but his enemies multiplying. Let's unpack 24/7. The episode opens with Dream sensing his ruby, stolen during his captivity, now in the hands of John Dee. Roderick Burgess' unhinged son, played with unsettling intensity by David Thewlis. Dream tracks the ruby to a remote diner in the American Midwest, but Dee's already using its power. This isn't a quick grab. Dee, paranoid and broken, has warped the ruby to force people to speak only the truth, no matter the cost. The diner becomes a pressure cooker as patrons, truckers, a waitress, a couple are trapped after hours, their lives stripped away. The night unfolds in real time, a tense 24/7 ordeal. Dee, reveling in his control, pushes the group to reveal their darkest secrets, infidelities, hatred, even murder plans. The ruby amplifies the horror, turning words into weapons. A waitress tries to call for help but is killed by Dee's truth compulsion. Dream arrives too late to stop the massacre, confronting Dee in a climactic showdown. Dee shatters the ruby, releasing its power, and Dream absorbs the fragments, ending the nightmare. The episode closes with Dee arrested, the diner in ruins, and Dream reflecting on humanity's darkness. Let's unpack The Sound of Her Wings. The episode opens with Dream still shaken from the 24/7 massacre. Wandering London streets, his helm and sand pouch reclaimed, but his spirit heavy. He's brooding, avoiding the dreaming, when his sister Death, voiced with warmth by Kirby Howell-Baptist, finds him. She's not the Grim Reaper you'd expect. Dressed in black with a gentle smile, she's collecting souls with a kind word. They walk through a park and she shows him her work, guiding a baby, an old man, a young woman, teaching him the beauty of life's end. Then we flash back to 1389, where Dream meets Hob Gatling, a rough soldier played by Ferdinand Kingsley, in a tavern. Hob boasts about living forever, and Dream, intrigued, bets with death that Hob will tire of immortality. They meet every 100 years, a friendship forming over centuries. Back in 2021, Death challenges Dream's detachment, urging him to embrace his role. The episode ends with Dream returning to the dreaming, renewed as Death's wisdom sinks in. Let's unpack the doll's house. The episode opens with Dream, now renewed from his time with Death, sensing a disturbance in the dreaming. A dream vortex, a rare human who can merge dreams and reality, threatens his realm's stability. Enter Rosewalker, played with vibrant energy by Vanessa Simini, a young woman searching for her missing brother Jed. We see her life orphaned, living with her grandmother and now on a road trip to find Jed, who's been trapped by foster parents. Meanwhile, in the dreaming, Dream investigates, learning the vortex's power could destroy his domain. We meet Desire, his sibling, voiced with slide charm by Mason Alexander Park, who's meddling behind the scenes. Desire created a rogue dream, Unity Kincaid, played by Sandra James Young, who's connected to Rose. Flashbacks reveal Unity slept through the century of Dream's captivity due to a sleepy sickness variant, linking her to the vortex. The episode ends with Rose nearing Jed, unaware of her power, while Desire plots, setting up a family feud. Let's unpack Playing House. The episode opens with Rosewalker, played by Vanessa Simini, and her friend Lida, portrayed by Razane Jamil, closing in on Rose's missing brother, Jed. But Jed, a young boy acted by Eddie Caranja, is trapped in a nightmarish dream world, controlled by rogue nightmares linked to the Corinthian. We see Yet's dreams dark, distorted versions of his foster home where he's abused, highlighting his vulnerability. Oz and Lida enter Yet's dream to save him, guided by their own determination. Meanwhile, the Corinthian, voiced with chilling charm by Boyd Holbrook, hunts Rose, sensing her vortex power could amplify his chaos. Dream, still in the dreaming, works to stabilize his realm, unaware of the full threat. Desire, Dream's cunning sibling, continues meddling, orchestrating the nightmares. The episode ends with Rose and Lida rescuing Jed, but the Corinthian escapes, his plans deepening, leaving a sense of looming danger. Let's unpack Collectors. The episode opens with Rosewalker attending what she thinks is a serial convention, only to discover it's a twisted gathering of serial killers. Orchestrated by the Corinthian, disguised as a fan event, it's a dark celebration of murder, with the Corinthian as the star. Rose, unaware of the true nature, is drawn in by her vortex power, which amplifies dreams and attracts these nightmares. The killers idolize the Corinthian, sharing their trophies and tales, while he plans to use Rose's vortex to unleash chaos. Dream, still in the dreaming, senses the disturbance but is delayed, stabilizing his realm. The tension builds as Rose's power surges, blurring Dream and reality, until Dream arrives to confront the Corinthian. The episode ends with the killer convention disrupted, the Corinthian escaping, and Rose's vortex strength becoming undeniable, setting up a climactic showdown. Let's unpack Lost Hearts. The tension is palpable as Rose resists, her bond with her brother Jed and her own will clashing with this cosmic necessity. Enter Unity Kincaid, Rose's ancestor who slept through Dream's captivity. Unity, affected by a sleepy sickness variant, offers a solution, sacrificing herself to absorb the vortex, foiling Desire's plan to destroy Dream. Desire had orchestrated this, hoping to weaken their sibling. Dream banished the Corinthian, warns Desire to back off, and the vortex collapses. The episode ends with Rose surviving, Unity at peace, and Dream left to ponder his family's treachery, setting up future conflicts. Let's unpack A Dream of 1,000 Cats, Calliope. The episode opens with the animated segment, A Dream of 1,000 Cats. A tabby cat, voiced with curiosity by Sandra Oh, seeks Dream's aid after humans dominate her kind. She learns from an ancient cat prophet that a collective dream of 1,000 cats could rewrite reality, turning humans into prey. The story unfolds with dreamlike visuals of cats uniting, their shared vision briefly altering the world until Dream appears, explaining Dream's limits. The second tale, Calliope, shifts to live action. Calliope, a muse played with grace by Melisanthe Mahay, is imprisoned by a struggling writer, Richard Maddock, portrayed by Arthur Darvill, who uses her inspiration to fuel his success. Tortured and drained, she calls to dream. He confronts Maddock, breaking the spell with his sand, freeing Calliope. The episode ends with Calliope thanking Dream, her freedom restoring his empathy, and a hint of their past love lingering.